That's our final guest in the house. Pascal Atuma, Nigerian actor, director, screenwriter, film producer, entrepreneur, and licensed people agent, CEO of Tabik record label, and of course the Tabik is for the Atuma brothers, right, Titi?
Yes, the Atuma Brothers International Company, and it premiered his latest movie, Imported Wives, in Lagos last week with a national cinema release following the debut, and the movie was shot not just in Nigeria, but of course in Canada. It's great to have you on the show with us.
Thank you very much, my sister.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you.
You produced that. You were also in that. I love when our culture is being put out there. Our accents. Look, yes, there's a way the Igbo man talks, and there's no problem because we don't have any problem with the way the Spanish sound, with the Italian sound. So we shouldn't have a problem with our accent. And that's the problem. That's the thing with many people. They feel that to appeal to a global audience, you need to sound like them. What are your thoughts on that?
No, the global audience is actually looking for authenticity, identity, because they're already saturated with their own culture. They need other cultures. Why do we watch Indian movies? Why do we watch Chinese movies? We need to sell our culture, sell our own material, sell what we have, but make it authentic. Because without identity, you don't have a market.
And speaking of authenticity, you know, it is an authentic Nigerian story. But, so I say a Nigerian
Which one,
story.
Imported Wives?
Yes.
No, Imported Wives is actually a global story.
So you're telling us it's a global story?
It's a global story, but I'm telling it from the viewpoint of the Nigerian African. Because the same problem that is happening with the Africans is happening with the Chinese, the Indians, people from Mexico, bringing it. So the story of Imported Wives is global, it's universal. So that's why if you look at the way we did the casting and the way we shot, if you look at the quality control of it, we shot it for the universal market.
Interesting.
It's not shot for the Nigerian market alone. It's not shot for the African market alone. It's shot for the universal market.
So I love the fact that you're mentioning the markets now, because over the past, a year or so, we've been having an onslaught of YouTube standard movies. And I say YouTube standard. I'm not trying to say YouTube is low standard. All the movies, they are low standard, but there is a standard that's not accepted by a lot of other streaming platforms that is permissible on YouTube. What are your thoughts on this?
It depends on the level you are.
Okay.
If you're a young producer starting off, maybe nobody is going to be willing to put $1 million on your head. Maybe do you understand? So you have to, it's garbage in, garbage out. So whatever level you can produce is what you're going to do. But you cannot do a YouTube movie and expect to go to the cinema or expect it to go to Netflix or Amazon if YouTube is your target. Because if YouTube is your target, that affects your sound quality. That has to do with the picture quality, even acting, the actors, the talent level, even the directing level and producing level. I give you an example. You don't bring a Mama G, a Nancy Sime, Omoni Oboli, Joseph Benjamin, Lucy Ame, Linda Osifo, Funky Malam in one production for YouTube. How are you going to pay back your investors?
Wonderful. You see, now talking about investors, for the past few months, that has been a recurring theme in Nollywood based on streaming platforms, the Amazons, the Netflix and all of that. There's that talk out there about how they invested in the Nigerian market. They were unable to get back the returns, but also the producers who maybe probably use a percentage, maybe a little percentage of the monies that were commissioned for projects to actually take care of those projects, and in such a way that, so this is what is out there, in such a way that these people now, you know,
that is what is out there, but that was a marriage that was not done on fair play.
Let's talk about it.
Okay.
Yes, we sold out. We sold ourselves cheap to Netflix. We sold ourselves cheap to Amazon.
Wow.
Whoever negotiated on behalf of Nigeria when they came in did not have idea what he or she was talking about. They didn't know what they were getting into. Netflix themselves know that the lowest low-budget film in the US starts from $3.5 million. Low-budget film.
Very low.
Yes.
Very low-budget film.
Very low.
So if you want to hire actors from the Screen Actors Guild and this low-budget film, there's a salary you pay pay.
Yeah.
If it's a higher budget film, that's a salary level cap you pay. Now, you will give a producer in the US $3.5 million to produce what you call, quote unquote, a low budget film.
Yeah.
Now, let's even break it down. Movies have stages of production. We have pre-development, we have development, we have production, then we have post-production, then we have advanced post-production.
Definitely.
So you see, all those stages commands different kinds of funding. I give you an example. In Canada, we have what we call CMF and Telefilm, Canada Media Funds and Telefilm. Pre-development goes up to $200,000. Pre-development, you're not writing a script yet. It's called pre-development. That means script analysis, story sourcing, trying to see what is possible and what is not possible. Now, when you finish pre-development and cross-development, then you now apply for development funds, which runs up to $100,000 to $500,000. Development. Let's not even talk about what I'm saying is verifiable. You go online, type in CMF, and verify what I'm telling you. Now you come to Nigeria and you tell a producer that you're going to pay him for his entire film $100,000. Now this producer on the table maybe has never seen 100 million naira in his account before. So some white boy sits on this table, or black boy, African American, whoever he is, representing Netflix, then tells you about $100,000, you convert it to naira, they are seeing your first 100 million. That takes over your brain.
And the fact is, it's not going to work.
Yes, and then you take it, and then them Netflix, then they say, oh, we can buy it cheaper from here. Now they are complaining that they are not getting value. How can you get value when you didn't put in value?
Interesting. Interesting.
Wow, this is multifaceted.
Yes. So
because that means there's also a problem with the kind of people that they met and they discussed with.
Yes. See, if you don't know how to go to, if you have never been to Ibadan before, how can you tell me how to get to Ibadan?
Interesting.
Am I making sense? Sure. Now, another question I want to ask is this. They say they gave money to producers to produce film. That money they give to Nigerian producers to produce film is money they give to other people in other countries to do pre-development. Come on, I'm actually happy that this marriage broke down. You know why? If they want this marriage to happen, they need to bring players like us, like Robert Peters, people that have played outside, people that have had meetings and deals with them. I produced many movies in Los Angeles, and I know how we did it. So why would Netflix come into my own country of birth and do this? And then
so we can even say that Netflix were trying to be sharp also, because they were short-changing.
There was a conversation I was having a few years ago, even on Wake Up Nigeria, with another producer, and I talked about the fact that giving our content archives to foreign investors also means that we are, in quote, losing control or giving the rights of our content out to foreign investors. Meaning our library, the library of the best quality movies we have, doesn't belong to us.
No, it depends.
Okay.
It depends. Like me.
Okay.
All my movies, all my rights belongs to me.
Okay.
If I'm going to give you a deal, if you're Netflix or Amazon, it doesn't matter who you are.
It's not exclusive.
It's not. It can be exclusive, but with a time bar on it.
Okay.
So I can give you exclusive rights, world exclusive rights, and give you 2 years maximum.
I understand.
Immediately, if we say we did that on July 17th of this year, July 17th of next year, I don't need to say bam to you. That your hand is off. And if I see you put that movie anywhere, I'm coming after you.
Interesting.
Do you understand?
But not a lot of producers understand this.
But let's forget about the old producers. Let's teach the younger producers.
Interesting.
You don't go into any deal without a time bar on it. There must be a time bar, or else you're not going to have any library by the time you're done. Remember, our library is our retirement plan.
Sure.
Because there's no retirement plan
for filmmakers
if you don't have library.
A library,
I give you an example. I have a couple of my movies I made in Los Angeles many years ago that I used people like Billy D. Williams, Slim Whitfield, and them. Those movies, I'm still reselling them. But if I'm going to give it to you, I give it to you 6 months or 1 year. After that, your hand is off.
Because we don't say with foreign producers. It happens with Netflix. Say, oh, this movie is leaving in 2 months' time.
It'll
be off the platform.
Yes.
But we don't see it on Nigerian movies, though.
If Netflix wants to keep showing it, then we have to go back to the table.
To the table.
True.
And you know that movies are sold in territories.
Interesting.
I can give you the African territory for 5 years.
Very true.
I can give you the European territory for 2 years. I can give you the Australia, New Zealand territory for 1 year.
Wow.
And I'm monitoring it.
Wow.
Interesting.
Do you understand? So for the young producers, you need to understand you're not a slave. They need you as much as you need them.
All right. A lot of nuggets being dropped here today.
I wish you could talk more. We
honestly,
have to go, but this is quite a lot. No, when we get there, we'll talk about Imported Wives. It's been in the cinema for 1 week now.
1 week now. We premiered last week. It's
wonderful.
in cinemas nationwide. It's a beautiful story. And we have fantastic cast. Nancy Sime, Omoni Oboli, Mama G, Ngozi Nwosu, Lucy Ahmed, Lindo Sifo, Funky Mala, Joseph Jojo Benjamin, and they killed it. So you see, when you have quality actors as a director, your job becomes easy.
Indeed,
wonderful.
Indeed. Now, I honestly can't wait to see it. I love the premise of it. And the fact that there's a lot of us, our family members in Canada right now, we know that they are also going to want to see it.
Want to see it. Wonderful.
And it's a story affecting everybody. If you look at the UK government, the police said we're calling the Nigerian women to stop calling police on their husbands.
On their husband. I mean, in fact, I saw this one.
You saw it,
siblings.
right?
There were different ones. It's crazy out there. It's crazy out there. People have done in such a way that they even lost the rights they have because of calling the police on a partner.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yes. Yeah, so it's a must-watch movie.
All right, wonderful.
You're going to like it, I promise you.
Definitely.
If you don't like it, I'll give you back your money. But if you like it, you buy me a drink.
That's a bet. I love that. Pascal, we do have breakfast for you if you don't mind.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Let's talk about the kitchen.
Yes, all right. All right. Please.